Hello, I'm Arcayla. I'm a shamanic healer, an alchemist, and a channel. And every single week I do free oracle card readings to offer some guidance and support for your week ahead. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the weekly readings, as well as other channels and insights that I share on this space. This week, I am going to be reading from the Sufi Tarot by Aida Hussein. It's a really beautiful pack. I have 3 cards here. So if you want to choose a number between 1 and 3 that feels right to you, you can go to the timestamp below this video. So all the copy below this video, there's timestamps that will take you directly to your reading. So you don't have to watch everything. You can just click on the chosen card and it will take you straight there. If you feel to listen to more than one card, then by all means do so. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'll see you at your chosen card reading. If you chose card number 1, this is your card. And so what's coming through here is that there's a lot of transformation moving through your system right now. It feels a bit like you've just got your head down because you're really in it. And there's a lot of old energy and new energy. And it feels as though you're just trying to keep your balance and stay as grounded as you can whilst you move through what seems like quite a challenging time. But I don't feel like you're losing it, so to speak. It feels as though you're really holding your center well. It's not easy and it is challenging and it's uncomfortable internally right now because there's a lot of old stories that are coming up, but you're keeping yourself focused on where you're headed, on the person that you're becoming. And this is helping you maintain this very level-headed approach, so to speak, which is really helpful, obviously. And really the guidance is dance again. I don't know if you saw last week, but it was a very different reading, but dancing was definitely a theme there too. And this week it's dance, but it's in a slightly different way, because what they're saying is just go gently, be playful as much as you can within yourself. Try and see life with a sense of humor. Don't take it too personally. Don't take it too seriously. Just recognize that everything that's happening is helping release and loosen up these very constricted parts of you. This discomfort that we experience internally when we're triggered represent the constrictions in our energy. And literally our muscles are contracting because this tension is there. And that's why you're feeling uncomfortable, because these triggers are from this old energy that's still being transformed within you, is being fired off, so to speak. And so they're just kind of saying, just as I said, don't take it too seriously. Try and find a sense of humor, keep your perspective, and sort of dance in it like, okay. And this is really going to help you just moving through this portal, really. And it feels like a lot of old timelines are coming into completion. Really old themes from past lives are coming up, and we don't obviously always know that, but this is what's happening right now. And that's why things are cutting really deep. And you might feel a bit, I don't know why I'm so affected by this, or why I feel so distorted by this experience. And it's because the themes that are being brought up have actually affected you over a millennia in some cases. Time is a very loose concept in the quantum field, so it's instantaneous. Whereas for us in the 3D plane, it feels very linear and long. But all these karmic experiences, all these past life experiences are all occurring in this very moment. And so what you're doing is just tuning into those experiences very directly in this space-time reality. And that's why it feels so punchy. So this is a real opportunity for mastery. It's a real opportunity for you to become really adept at finding your way and holding yourself in these times of challenge. And with that, the capacity you're developing in yourself to move through these experiences and still really hold your center is quite something. So this is why it's happening. It's to actually just help you find more and more capacity. And so the more you can meet this experience from a place of, I trust this process, I know this is working for me, and I've just got to find my sense of humor, my sense of perspective, and move through this as gently as I can. And this is going to pass. It's just a process of expansion. And really, I would like to draw your attention to this part, this aspect of time, because even saying this is going to pass isn't a comfortable thing for me, simply because I don't wish to encourage us to wish our time away, or these bad experiences away even, because these challenging experiences are kind of where the grit comes from. It's where the rubber hits the road and we actually have to walk our talk. And these are very empowering experiences when we meet them in the right place. And so this is the invitation. I feel like you've got so much experience under your belt and you know how to do this. And that's kind of why it's happening. Your soul self is bringing this up, is magnetizing it into your experience so that you are able to see yourself move through this in a really powerful and embodied way. And embodiment is a big part of what this is about too, because you're moving through all these challenging feelings, you're transforming them within your system, and that's allowing there to be greater space within your body for you to take up more of your body. And what I mean by that is often when we're living with a lot of internal stories that are negative or challenging or limiting, and they're hangovers from, what we've been told by our parents or childhood experiences, and we take those on board and they sit within us. And then we go through these experiences that challenge those beliefs, and that's where the discomfort comes from. But in the process, it breaks those beliefs down. And in that, we are able to, as I said, take up more space within our being because we allow more light into our system. And this is what is occurring. So the guidance for this week is go gently, keep your sense of perspective, dance your way through this as much as you can. And don't see this as a punishment or something that's happening to you. It really is something that you're ready to navigate. And that's why it's here. It's like you've reached a level of self-understanding that is now calling forth these experiences to allow you to fully bear witness to the person that you've become. So it is a very powerful time. And I wish you a beautiful and powerful week of self-reflection. And just remember, you can always dance. And if you feel that you need some support, please reach out. I'd be more than happy to help you with a session. Also, always feel free to reach out to the people around you, therapists that you feel could be of service. This is a good time to get support if you feel that would be of help to you. Wishing you all the best. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. If you chose card number 2, this is your card. And so what's really coming through here is this energy of exchange. And I feel as though your self-worth is being brought to the surface at this time to be really examined, because there seems to be a lack of balance in terms of how you contribute to those around you, to the life that you lead, versus what you're receiving from it. And the out of balance aspect is you offering too much and not allowing things to be received back. So this energy exchange is not working the way that it can. And what's coming through here is that it is safe for you to receive. There's a story about you needing to earn everything. And this is because it wasn't safe for you to receive as you were, just for being and breathing in your past experiences. And so there's this limitation around receiving in your thought processes. And this construct is being brought up in order for you to start seeing yourself in a new way, in a way that allows you to receive. And so the guidance for this week is to really allow flow into your life, to not be too limiting or controlling in certain situations, and to allow there to be a more even flow of energy between you and the people around you. And so what that looks like practically, when you offer something to someone and they say, oh, let me do such and such in return, that you accept and receive that gratefully and just with ease. And you don't need to be over grateful either. I feel like this could be something too. It's really about you letting yourself expect an exchange. And when we allow an exchange to take place, we allow the flow of energy between us and others to stay alive. And when we do that, it actually creates more and more opportunity for exchange to happen. When we become very stuck around a particular value of something, then it can be a very limiting experience for both people involved, because it becomes something that feels out of touch with heart energy. It becomes something that feels foreign to both parties because it really isn't natural to us on a heart level. When we give freely and we can receive freely, and it doesn't mean that you need to do things for free. It's about knowing your value and being comfortable with it and allowing people to come to you that recognize your value and appreciate and receive from you, and you then allowing yourself to receive from them. And receiving can come in so many different ways, and it doesn't always need to come from the person that you've given to either. You can give something to someone and then you can receive from someone else, but it's just about how you hold this experience in yourself, this give and take of life. And actually there is really no give and take. It's just giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving, and allowing yourself to be open to many different channels of receiving. People approach giving and receiving in different ways depending on their own filter, their own past experiences. For some people, giving is a very challenging thing to do because perhaps they had someone they felt just took from them when they were younger. And so for others, taking feels safer because they're not very secure in what they can give. So there's a lot of different perspectives around giving and taking, and this might be coming up for you at this time. And it's just to help you find your center in it, find your truth in what it is that you relate to in the giving and receiving spectrum, and how you might like to shift the goalposts in that regard and allow yourself to either give more freely, receive more freely, or do both. So this is what is being invited for. I dropped the card. This is what's being invited for you to reflect upon this week, because there is greater flow available to you and really more abundance. To give can feel like such an abundant expression of your heart. And it's often better actually than receiving because it feels so limitless and rich. So just take this week as an opportunity for you to reflect upon your worthiness around receiving, how you feel about giving freely, how you feel about allowing yourself to receive from many different channels. These are the opportunities that are available to you. But overall, just allowing yourself to flow more easily in this area and not get too caught up in what should or should not be. When everything gets a bit complex or strict, it's because the egos got involved and the stories have become very limiting. And so the more we can catch ourselves in those moments and just bring ourselves back into a place of flow, the easier it is, mainly for ourselves, but for everybody involved. I hope that this is helpful. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye-bye. If you chose card number 3, this is your card. There's a few things coming up here. There's artistry. And this doesn't mean that you're an artist, so to speak. It means really that you're getting clear on what you want to offer to the world. And this I always called artistry, because when we get really clear on what it is we want to offer to the world, we actually open the doors within our hearts to allow ourselves to receive divine inspiration. And as that divine inspiration flows through us, we synthesize it according to our life experiences and our own personal filter of how we see the world. And it's this magical synthesis that then provides this unique offering into this tapestry of human experience that we exist in. And this is really what is coming through or up for you at this time. it's interesting because I actually did a channel on this on my Instagram channel. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram at Arkayla Love, all one word. And I do offer readings through that channel. And this touches upon one of the readings recently, which was directed at artists. And this takes it a step further. What I mentioned in that reading and what's coming through here is that you're experiencing this new momentum, this new sense of direction and flow that's coming through you. And it feels very pleasing to you. And for some of you, it might feel a bit overwhelming because it feels so good, but you don't yet have the channels established to share this effectively. And that's feeling a bit challenging for you. I'd like to reassure you not to worry about this, because actually at the moment, that's not really of importance. What's really important is you becoming able to just be open, to allow it to flow through you. You're not being invited to share it to the masses. It's just about you enjoying it right now. And it's not that you won't share it with the masses, but just let that channel of distribution come to you. There will be invitations for that. Spirit will bring you clarity around those areas. It's when we strive to make these things happen that it can sometimes get a bit tricky. So do just allow divine inspiration to come to you, because that is also how your ideas around distribution will also come to you. So let the flow just flow. Let the desire in you to create, which is super strong right now, come through in its own sweet way. And there is this sense of feeling a little maybe lost in it, or unsure about it, or maybe intimidated by it. And this is all absolutely fine, because really all that's being asked or invited right now is for you to experience yourself, because you understanding what you're capable of, you being able to recognize how you synthesize this magic that wants to flow through you. That's the invitation for you to enjoy the experience, to enjoy the journey and the magic of unfolding, and not to let fear of how should I do this? Or am I doing this enough? Or am I doing it better? Or how am I going to make money through this? Not to allow these fears to overcome you, because they actually get in the way of your ability to offer yourself truly, to channel what comes through in however it feels right for you. So really, this week is about you enjoying what is starting to flow through you, and trusting that how you're going to enjoy this experience to its fullest going forward will come to you as easily as the inspiration did initially. So there's a lot of trust being invited for you this week, and a lot of enjoyment. And also there might be a sense of feeling a little alone in it. And that's okay. There's actually some healing that's happening around that, because feeling isolated, lonely, or alone has been a theme that is now being brought into completion for some of you. So just trust this experience and see how you flow with it. And really do enjoy the journey, because enjoying the journey is really what artistry is all about. It's about how it feels when you do it. And we just have the icing on the cake, which is people's enjoyment at receiving it. But the thing is, they enjoy it because they bear witness to your journey. So you enjoying your journey is the key to everything. I hope that made sense. Have a wonderful week. If you want support with this, feel free to reach out to me for a session, or go to friends or those around you that you feel can help you. It's always helpful to have those around you that can support you and give you greater clarity and get that outside perspective if it feels like it will be of service. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Much love.